Good evening. The story you're about to witness is one of tragedy and romance. From a mother in the urge for revenge. What's about to witness with a pleasant evening, am I right? From the beginning, it is an odyssey of deception and truth. One minute, I could see the light, like the beam of the train engine hurtling past. The next minute, all was darkness. And the thread that I held so closely came out of my fingers and led to nothing. I believe it was the greatest case of my career, which whom I said, modesty forbids it. It's certainly the most difficult. It had made me question the deepest values I held since I was a young man. It all began on the exotic city of Istanbul. I planned a vacation there following a trying case that was on my nerves. But things began changing the moment I stepped into the dining room of the world-famous Tocatalian Hotel, where the changing enormity of the prices is only matched by the self-esteem of the waiters. My name, incidentally, is Hercule Poirot, and I am a detective.
Monsieur, I have a beautiful table waiting for you, and I am sure you will enjoy it. It is first time in Istanbul?
That is correct. How did you know?
Oh, I have my ways, monsieur. It's my little observations in this business. One needs to be a detective, like the famous Poirot fellow who comes from France.
I believe he is a Belgian.
No, from France, and not personally.
I see.
You are telling me, monsieur.
Merci.
Mary! There you are!
James, at last, where have you been?
Oh, I'm not that late, am I?
Of course you are. You're always late. I was terrified you missed the train. You're doing everything.
I was just exploring a bit. Never been to Istanbul before, like, why do all this this Eastern nonsense.
Well, I just want you to write it down and get to know you.
I wish you were out of all this. You deserve better, you know?
Shh, not here. No one should see us like this. Not till it's all behind us. Besides, I think we're being observed by the federals and by the dead.
Of him? He's just some bloody foreigner who probably doesn't even speak English.
Shall we order? I'm starving.
Not yet. I promised this one on the street. I'm sure the two will be 10 times better.
Oh, we can't be late for the train. We can't miss it.
Oh, we won't be late. Nonsense. Stop questioning me more. Let's hurry.
You, excuse me, later.
Excuse me, big man, are you American?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. I can tell by your passport. You know, us Americans have to stick together, especially in a place like this. I mean, I can't figure out half the things on the menu. But what's a falafel waffle? You see them on the streets and I would you put coffee with them.
I Louisiana fried chickpeas.
Well, there you go. Some people will fry anything. Oh, by the way, don't be this you, but I see your training sitting there on the table. I was wondering, do you have to put on a bus to the station?
No, we tell it's a private car.
Well, don't you worry. As the Bible says, if Moses doesn't know the answer, ask the concierge. I think I better go. Get that odd little spoon stash. I can't beat.
I hope the food at this humble establishment is up to your usual standards.
What? What is this? Oh my God, it's so
My friend, haha!
But what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? This is my city. I live here.
Of course, I'm a fool.
I've run Wegmans, the greatest train company in the entire world, and central office is in this hotel. Garçon! This meal is on me. Please charge my office.
Oh, no.
How we? It will give me pleasure. You're my guest here. So tell me, what are you doing here? You're solving a crime, eh?
No, I did that last week in Syria. It was a bad affair. An army officer, a beautiful woman, a missing check. It did not end well. The man was guilty, that was for certain. But perhaps because I pressed him too hard to admit his guilt. It was unfortunate in the extreme. And yet, I believe I did nothing wrong.
Of course you did nothing wrong. If you break the law, you must pay the price. That is what you told me.
It's what I live by.
So tell me, you are staying here at the hotel?
I was opening it. I was going to play the tourist, but I got this telegram from Scotland Yard, begging me to return to London at once. So I've asked for a ticket on your famous Orient Express.
There will be no problem. And the good news is, I will be joining you, for I go to Luzon on business.
C'est magnifique!
The concierge said to tell you that there are no more first-class tickets on the train tonight.
No!
Tense, it's my train. It's never so at this time of year. That's ridiculous.
I know, it must be a party or a convention of some kind.
We will tell the concierge to find a berth with Monsieur Peru. He's my personal friend.
But monsieur...
The number 7 is always available. It's held in reserve. Now go tell him.
Right away, monsieur.
Mercy.
It's nothing, a gesture. May you see this menu? Throw it away. Men, we shall sit together just like old times, and we shall dine like kings.
The food on this train. Is it edible?
Monsieur Peru, you stab me in the heart. I'm writhing on the ground at your feet. It's not a new train that will carry tonight. He's a legend. He runs like no other vehicle on earth. The fittings are from Paris, the panelings from Venice, the plates are from Rome, and the taps from New York. Best food, best beds, and best pillows. Best feathers inside the clothes. There's poetry on wheels, and Lord Byron himself cannot write a word. Monsieur, prepare yourself. In 1 hour, I will meet you on the platform of the Orient Express.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express will depart in 20 minutes on platform 10. Please watch your step and have a safe trip.
But will you please put those bags down? You're driving me.
No, princess, do not have concern. They're not as heavy as they look, I'm sure.
They're extremely heavy.
The princess Diana, may I help you with your bag, madame?
It is mademoiselle. I am not married, except to God Almighty who lives in heaven. Greta, please not now.
This is Greta Olsen. I've greeted her away and she will assist me in the birth of hips.
I am a missionary, and I birthed in Africa with little babies.
But your usual companion, Miss Ribbit?
She is very sick.
The doctors are calling it a cardiac event, but she is German, so it's very unlikely to work out.
I will bring punishment, and God will protect us.
Greta, please, just get on with her.
And you're in compartment 11, princess, as usual, and Miss Olsen, you will be sharing with him Miss Mary Debenham in compartment 4.
I missed that.
And mademoiselle, you will be sharing with him Miss Olsen here.
I will do my very best, so I'm not disturbing you.
Oh, I'm sure we belong just fine.
Hector? Hector!
Here's some right here.
Is the luggage on board?
Yes, sir, it is. Check for no the line was this came apparently not.
You've got to be kidding me.
I know, I mean, look at this. I'm prepared to die.
Keep your voice down.
You should call the police.
It's none of their business.
These are dangerous. This is the third one you've got this week. It's what you really got.
Keep your voice down.
Excuse me. Will you please direct me to compartment number 7, please?
7, monsieur. I believe there must be some mistake.
Let us hope not. I must get to London by the end of the day. My name is Hercule Poirot.
Hercule Poirot, the detective.
Well, what do you know, Hercule Poirot? I've heard of you. You're famous.
Mercy, monsieur.
The name's Ratchet. Sammy's Ratchet. Import-export. And I may have some business for you.
I'm afraid I'm on vacation, monsieur.
Oh, you'll change your mind when you hear the price, eh?
Compartment 2, Monsieur Ratchet.
I know where I'm going, thank you. What says inside?
All aboard!
Alert! Monsieur Prue, you're beating to the gate. You have met Michelle? He is from Paris, and he is the best conductor in the world.
I see, monsieur, but your friend says he has compartment 7, and I'm afraid it is taken. Indeed, the entire first-class coach is full.
That's incredible!
All the world travels tonight.
You will put him in number 1, please. It is my personal compartment. I will find something in one of the other carriages.
No. Mon ami, I cannot take your bed.
I insist. It is done. Michelle will make the arrangements.
I'm in your debt.
Have all the passengers checked in, please?
And not yet. We are waiting for a Mrs. Hubbard and the Count and Countess of Cleveland.
I heard that the Countess is one of the greatest beauties of Europe. She's Hungarian, I believe, and Color became a doctor, and then married the Count and became relative.
I see her coming.
Countess, a lady on the welcome. I am Constantine Lagerwitz. I am delighted to see you. Your petition precedes your return. May I present my friend, Monsieur Gilbert. The very detective! That is really wonderful. I have heard about you in Paris. Monsieur and I admire you greatly.
Nayon Davis?
As exact.
Nayon Davis.
You speak Hungarian beautifully.
Not as well as you speak English.
May I help you with your bag, madam?
No, it is nothing at all. And the Count is joining you. Alas, he cannot join this trip, but since I visited my mother, and their fact actually it is not like that. Monsieur Perrault, I look forward to hearing of your wonderful adventures.
I look forward to telling you about them.
In compartment 12, Countess.
I believe you are in love, my friend.
I'm not discussing it.
This is Orient Express. I keep hearing about. Doesn't look that impressive.
You are Mrs. Hubbard?
Yes. It's Helen Caroline Peabody Elizabeth Hubbard. From Beautiful Garden State of Minnesota. My first husband, Mr. Peabody, was a very good soul, but the poor man had no time for longevity. And I shouldn't say poor, because he did very well for himself. Thank you very much. My second husband, Mr. Wilson, I love rather dearly, but he was a lot of women. So I trained up down in town, but then I got him down with Waldorf in his nails. Then at last, I got Mr. Hubbard. When my little white knight showed me the like water cocktails and great things and clean out his time.
And is Mr. Hubbard joining you?
No, Mr. Hubbard is not joining me. We traveled together once he said it raises blood pressure, so now I can have the both of us. Do you like to travel?
I travel every day.
We should change it.
Compartment 3.
Is that yours or mine?
Yours, madame.
I hope it's comfy.
I have never had a complaint.
Sure, you have to.
She is quite the character.
Harold. If I was boss, I would write a novel about all of them.
And just think, for 3 days, these passengers are brought together in the closest quarters, eating and sleeping under a single roof.
And then at the end, they never to see each other again.
Unless there is an accident or something fatal occurs.
Monsieur, why would you say such a thing?
Sorry, it is my business. There is a great tension among these passengers of yours. One of them does not fit in, and it makes me fret.
Monsieur, please, no more business. You now must have come to nothing but pleasure. And prepare yourself to step before the pride of the company wagon for the most memorable journey of your entire life.
Like this of these days. Maybe I'll just move for good.
Now watch your step, please.
Holy cow, is it snowing out there?
I'm afraid we get a lot of it this time of year. Last year we got stuck in this snow for a week.
A week? What's it like around work?
It was almost finished.
I can't breathe again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I also eat solid food, as long as it's cooked with bourbon. As you maybe say, lean on me, Duff.
Greta, you must keep up. Keep up. We have to get settled before the trains are moving. I must confess to you, Princess, that I'm not liking the train since I am a little girl. They're feeling very tight to me. My clothing that is made wrong size and is squeezing me. Don't be silly, Greta. The trains are wonderful. I'm also not liking the strangers and your clickety-clackety. But we thought we sitting next to each other, Jack. That part is good. In Africa once, I am on a train, and there's noise and crying and animals and I look up from my book, and sitting there next to me, right on his seat, is a very old goat. It's true, old goat. He's like my companion. And on this trip that he are taking together right now, I think it's will not be so different, Jack.
Mr. Brock, slow up. Now, I'd like to discuss that proposition I mentioned.
I'm afraid it's not a good time.
Oh, sure it is. Sit down. I'll be quick. I
Please.
promise.
Please,
Sit down.
proceed.
Now, I want you to take on a job.
I take on few cases.
Oh, you'll take this one on, I guarantee it.
And why is that?
Because I'm talking big money here, Mr. Farrell. I have an enemy.
I would assume that you have several enemies.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
For successfulness, successful people have several enemies.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You see, I've been getting some threatening letters, and I need the extra pair of eyes to do some snooping around. That's what you do, right? Snooping? Of course, I can take care of myself. But I'll pay you $5,000. As I
None.
all right, $10,000 for a few days' work.
I'm not for sale, muscle. I've been very fortunate in my profession,
me. Sorry.
Hey, you're that countess, aren't you?
Is that Eve's correct?
Well, you're awfully pretty. And from what I hear, you were a commoner to start with. Just like the rest of us.
Is that Eve's also correct?
Does that mean you love and drink with me?
I am married, master. My husband is having business elsewhere. Please, excuse me.
Now, hold on. You said yourself that you are an detective. And you're on a train. So who the hell is going to know what happens in some private room on some two-bit piece of...
Stay away from me!
Oh, Mr. Master, I just finished putting out your wine and you gave me for the rest of the night. I just thought I...
Just shut up, Hector. Just shut up.
My friends, I hope that you're settling in and enjoying yourselves. It won't be long until... Not long at all. The journey begins. I wish you both good luck and Godspeed.
Hello? Hello?
Eh oui, madame.
Michelle, could you bring me some burger, please? Put it on the rocks. Tap water's terrible.
Would you like this, madame?
Crisp? Like nibbles?
You mean like chips?
Yeah, chips. We call them nibbles in the Midwest. Have you ever nibbled on anything, Michelle?
I have not had that pleasure, madame.
Before you go to trips as fast as possible. I'm famished. Over and out. I won't do so bad there, kid. Better every day.
Come on here, Alexander's right to bed. Come on here, it's Alexander Wonderland. They can play musical like you never heard before. So natural, much longer war.
Would you please keep it down? Shut up! Don't ask. It is the man. Tell that ridiculous woman to keep it down. It's time for bed.
Ridiculous woman. I heard that.
Sir, the lady wants to sing a little song.
It is 12 o'clock at night. Listen, you. Mind your own business. Get out this instant. This is my apartment.
If I want to enjoy myself, I'm gonna do it, so just pipe down.
Get out. Just get out.
What are you, thug? You in the mafia? Michelle, I think he's dangerous. Oh my god, he's got a gun. Michelle, it's a gun!
It's not against the law.
Get out this instant.
You're crazy! Be an American!
Ooh la la, it will be a long night.
She will ruin it's all over.
Someone should shoot her and put her out of her misery.
Orient Express to Belgrade Station. Orient Express to Belgrade Station. Do you read me? Belgrade, do you read?
We read you, Express. Hey, continue.
We just left Sofia, and we are getting into the mountains as the snow gets heavier by the minute. I'm getting concerned. Please prepare your rescue equipment in case of stoppage. Hello? Agatha? Agatha, you there?
Thank God, I thought she was coming.
What's the matter? What's your name?
What's the matter? I'm terrified. We shouldn't be doing this.
Now calm down.
I can't calm down. We have to stop this.
That's ridiculous.
No, it isn't. That's a problem with humility treatment. And I'm showing real emotion. So we stiff up and let the bad what's coming on.
You were doing nothing wrong. How to remember that?
I'm trying. I really am.
Better. There was a hill in my head with Scotland. I sat for hours watching the trains go by in the valley of the hill. I knew they were headed toward the Victorian Douglas, and I wanted to climb the boards in the worst way. Now, I suppose I knew somehow it would make my mother Henry upset.
Oh, come on.
She was a good one.
You know the worst part of all this traveling we've been doing? You never get any real person. It's so maddening.
Well, I don't see my mother clearly, do you? Be strong.
I'll try.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Of course you're interrupting me, Mom. Was he blind? Oh my goodness, the train is stopping. Come on, Nell.
We take the snow trips.
Christ, that's all we need.
Shall I go take a look?
What good will that do?
James, go.
Mary?
The friends. We'll be waiting for you.
I'll be right back.
How did you send him off like that?
It's hard. What minutes?
There's a man in my room and he ran off, I'm sure of it.
Which way did he go?
No, wait just a second.
From my dad. That's where I'm coming from. And I saw no one.
I don't know, maybe he ducked into one of the compartments or something. I don't know, I'm telling you. I was lying in my bed, dead to the world, and then I opened my eyes and I see this man and he was wearing a uniform.
But where did he come from?
I don't know.
And what does he look like?
I don't know. I'm telling you he was there, and then he wasn't. He was like a phantom.
But how is this possible?
I don't know.
Perhaps we're dreaming?
No, I wasn't dreaming. I know what I'm doing. My mouth is dry. Does my mouth look dry to you? Yes, my door was locked, but people have keys, don't they? I bet you have keys. Don't you like own the company or something?
No, madame, I run. I'll look into this.
Hurry up about it, because I don't feel safe.
Miss Tubbard is keeping you busy, I see.
You have no idea. She insists it was a man inside the apartments.
The show, perhaps?
Impossible. He is helping my engineer.
Again, we are not the movie.
You were telling me.
A snowdrift?
We were stuck in some man with bell cap and we dig that.
No.
I'm sorry, my friend. But I promise we'll be completely comfortable for as long as it takes.
Look! Have you tracked him down yet?
Not yet, madame.
Well, do it quickly.
Stop and wait for us.
Hurry up!
I wonder.
Yeah, I go to breakfast. I guess so, yes. Does it feel cold in this hallway to you? Well, they say we are stuck in the snowdrifts. I am very worried, and I am praying every day. But really, I thought they could keep the heat on at least. Oh, well. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Mother, good morning. Mr. Ratchet. Mr. Ratchet, sir. Could you open the door, please? Hello?
Is there something wrong?
He's not opening his door.
Monsieur Ratchet, are you all right?
In the vestibule of the house?
Of course.
I hope he's not speaking English.
There is a chain,
You must force the door.
but it will break and you repair it.
Quickly, do not get the air from the room. It is freezing. Quickly, quickly.
I'm not like this at all. Oh, dear God, this is awful.
Mr. Ratchet,
I cannot look.
do not touch anything. Not this way.
It's human life, it is wrong. Greta, please calm down.
Princess, I think these are starting to smell some room. Come on.
This is incredible for such a thing to happen on my train. What are you doing?
Examining the wounds. There appear to be 8 stab wounds to the chest. Monsieur McQueen, when did you last see him?
Me? I don't know. He was fine last night after I was lying.
You are a secretary. What do you know of him?
Not much. Frankly, I think he was hiding something, but that's just an impression.
Why would you do that?
I think he was fleeing from something in America. I think he was getting away with it until a few weeks ago. And then I started getting these threatening letters. I still have them in my room, as you can see.
Yes, please. Did you ask the Countess to join you?
Of course you did.
This is incredible for such a thing to happen on my train. It's freezing in here.
You have observed the window?
It's open.
And what do you see outside?
Nothing.
Exactly. No footprints, no marks in the snow. Meaning no one entered or left through the window.
So why is it open?
I assume they must leave the police when they arrive.
The police?
What's the police?
You just let the police department? No, we do not want that. Instead, you must tell her. You tell them who did it.
I interfered too much already.
The company's at stake.
But,
Just think, when you decide the police department due to my company, people would say, oh no, I cannot travel on the Orient Express. I may be murdered in my bed. And myself will suffer and I lose my clients.
but I am due in London in 3 days' time.
Then solve it true. You're a magician. You see me. You listen, look, you pester, nuts. You can make yourself a pain in the backside and suddenly poof, the case is solved like that.
The police would be angry.
You slap the police department. They're like the Three Stooges in the movie house. They poke each other in the eyes by accident. They'd be thrilled not to have to do any work. And if you save them the job, they will put a statue of you and send you exactly.
I would need a plan for the coach.
Done.
And the tickets and passports of everyone on board.
Done. Excuse me, would you access me? Or good?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid to get another person's item. But I was heard that you were trained as a physician. So I was wondering if you could help me with the body.
I'm Annabelle.
I see you then not looking really good.
I have seen birds, believe me, I won't keep the bar.
The guards, the left side of the face is slightly red. You see?
I do, it's that. How do you know? Because I slapped it. I count 8 separate moves.
That is my composter. Can you estimate the time of that?
I would say it is between 8 and 10 hours ago, which puts the time between midnight and 2 o'clock.
I'm in the corridor.
It appears that he was violently offended of some sort.
Yes, but did you see of the 8 stab wounds, 5 are strong, while 3 are mere scratches. And if you look, they appear to be coming from different directions. Okay, you know the pencil.
Sure.
Thank you, Winston. Now,
not fight back.
What is this over here? It's one over here.
It's a watch. And its face is smashed. It is that 1:15. Ha! Yes! This is an important guess. It's the time of death. And it comes said between midnight and 2. So there it is. It could not be clearer. 1:15 is the time of death. It's obvious.
It is possible.
What do you mean it's possible? What's wrong with it?
I did not know what is wrong and what is right because I'm still investigating. Here's a match. Here's a match of a different shape. And there's a pipe cleaner. And I have too many clues in this room and it makes me suspicious.
Wait, what is this? It is a lady's handkerchief with letter H on it.
And who is this? H? As in Hamlet?
That is the question. There is this other, and I believe the first name is Ellen. Her name is Natalia Jordan. There is also Mary Debenham, and Greta Olson, and James Applemoss, and Arthur McQueen, and of course Teen Group, and such a thing has ever happened in the history of my company, and I want it solved immediately!
Very upset.
I am very upset! A man has been murdered on my train!
Oh no, you'll be alright.
I hope so, we smoke cigarettes. Oh, and look at this. I look like Donald Trump.
No, stop! There appears to be something in this ashtray. It has been burned. But I need right now is a lady's sidewalks. Countess, do you keep such a thing?
Of course I do.
I greatly admire that, don't you? Do you see? She's not asking me a single question. I ask her to get me a hot box. She gets me a hot box. I ask her to help me with the body. She rolls up her sleeves. Suddenly, I desire to be you again. One moment. I'm getting a spirit lamp. I use it to heat the wax from my mustache.
And why do you need a spirit lamp?
Because I'm using science to catch the guilty party. Usually it is psychology, the mind manipulator, but not with these.
Why not?
Because I do not trust them. And what about the pipe cleaner? Did a man drop it, or did a woman drop it and say, I will make it look like a man has done it? And what about the handkerchief? I will make it look like a woman has done it. There's also the old window, the wine, the watch, the gun, and there are too many clues.
Your hot box, monsieur.
Okay, madam. If I asked you to leave your husband and come away with me to Monte Carlo, what would you say?
I would say, give me 5 minutes. I need to pack.
I will get back to you. In the meantime, please hold this. Thank you. Alright. Now it appears that something has been burned. Perhaps a note or threat. It was burned to conceal the information it contained. Now I want you all to watch very closely, as I believe some letters will appear. But only briefly, so I must regard them all again. Now, if we take notes like so, and put it over the flame,
Remember? The Armstrong. What does it mean? There was a case in there 3 years ago.
or
The little girl was murdered, and it was wholly dangerous.
young Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped from her home in Long Island, New York. The ransom was set to $200,000, and it was paid. But little did,
Daisy was not returned.
3 days later, they found the little girl dead, murdered in the woods. The man that they found, that they suspected, was guilty, but he had ties to an organized crime, and they cut him off by changing the evidence. He would have been hanged if he was found by them, but he gave him this and disappeared.
But what has this got to do with Ratchet?
I think we can assume it's not.
Of course.
Monsieur McLean said that Ratchet was fleeing from something in America, and managed it until only a few weeks ago, when the letters began arriving.
And you think?
That Ratchet's real name was not Samuel Ratchet, but it's Bruno Cassetti,
Oh my.
the man that murdered Daisy Armstrong. I found the letters. Thank you, Monsieur. Now, Monsieur Bouc, can you help me the tickets and passport to Babylon concierge? Then send them to me, Miss Hubbard, Monsieur McQueen, the princess, and Miss Olson. Prove it now, beat. It is clear that someone has committed this murder on this train, and I will find out who has done it. I promise you.
Monsieur Burrow, we are here out of a sense of duty, that is all.
Let's begin immediately. It says in your passport that you are Russian,
Yes, I have been in exile since the Bolshevik dogs took over.
and your first name is
Italian.
And is Monsieur Henry?
No, monsieur, it could not be mine. My initials are in Italian.
Is it yours, mademoiselle?
No, I cannot afford such a beautiful thing as this. It would be a sin.
And can both of you ladies tell me where you were last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
The Countess and I were reading a book in my room. It is a very good case when we're anxious.
Okay, yes.
The Bolsheviks.
What book were you reading?
A Tale of Two Cities. It was very fun.
You, mademoiselle? Where were you?
I was married with Miss Debenham, who's also nice. We talked from 12 o'clock until 2 o'clock, and then we slept. Can I ask her?
I see. And either of you been to America?
Yes, many times. I have not been to America, but I must go someday to raise money for my babies in Africa.
You are very religious.
Yeah, since I was a little girl and Jesus came to visit me in my garden, he spoke with me and told me I must work hard to help babies in Africa.
I'm sure you've done it beautifully. One more question for you. Do you know the identity of the man who was murdered last night?
His name was Ratchet, and I prayed for his soul. No, my dear, his name is Bruno Cassetti. And what I pray is that his soul is damned and he burns in hell for all eternity. Princess! He had killed a 5-year-old girl, Daisy Armstrong, and her grandmother, Linda Arden, is my dearest friend.
She was very good.
Correction, she is very great. She is very much alive and remains the greatest actress of the American stage. And when her little granddaughter was taken from her, it has taken her many years to recover. Indeed, she has not yet recovered.
There were 4 who died?
No, monsieur. 5 people died. Little Daisy and her mother, who was pregnant, died in childbirth. Her father, Colonel Armstrong, could not live with what had happened and ended his life, and a housemaid as well. So please forgive me, Greta, if I believe there are no excuses in a case such as this, and Mr. Cassetti should have been flogged to death and his remains cut up and thrown on a rubbish heap. Greta, please, Greta.
I'm sorry. Monsieur McQueen, please sit down. Of course, you're all right. Let me fine, I assure you. Now, can you tell me what your duties were as secretary to your employer?
Oh, I wrote his letters and ran his errands.
And you know him only as Sonny Reggie.
Also, I know.
His real name is Bruce.
I'm a coward, sure about that.
So you know, you're Armstrong.
You bet I do. My father was the district attorney of New York who brought the case against that son of a gun.
Can you tell us who's in your strong
Of course, the mother had a sister, and I believe she got a degree in medicine. And slightly after the tragedy, she moved to Europe, and I believe she got married. I think her name was
anyone else?
of course, the governess, the baby nurse, and poor maid Suzanne. She was a housemaid from Paris. My father's office thought she might be implicated, and the stress was so much on her that she
Killed herself.
It only turned out she was innocent when my father was shattered and never recovered.
One last thing. Can you tell me where you were last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
Yes, I was on the observation deck for a while.
And did you see anyone last night you did not recognize?
No, I saw Michelle, the other conductor, her arm from his death.
Wait, the other conductor?
There's a second conductor on the train.
I guess so, I saw it.
And she was beautiful.
Childers.
Please ask Bishop to come see you.
I knew we'd get a breakthrough. Someone was telling the truth. I should have listened. So, the murderer wore the uniform. Now the question is, where did he go?
We don't know, and the question now is if such a man exists. He could just be an invention of Monsieur Rouge.
But why would he lie? He's not the murderer.
Why not?
Because he's not the type. He hasn't quite enough passion by some Italian or Hungarian. A man with blood in his veins.
I've examined all the passports now, and there's one that troubles me. There's a Greek spot at the first letter of the Christian name, but I believe it is Italian.
Who is it?
I'm not. I need to talk to you.
Could you please wait until...
No, I did not get my turn because you owed me an apology.
I do.
Yeah, you thought I was crazy.
But I don't know what you are referring.
But I'm referring is a man in my room. You didn't believe me, but look, no, it's a surprise for you.
It says the Orient Express.
Sure as heck does. The whole shelter was uniform.
Okay, how did it work?
I missed my feet this morning when I woke up.
You still love it?
I just woke up. It's called a vacation. And I just heard my mattress murder. And, you know, that made this button I did it. You see, it all adds up. He goes into Ratchet's room, kills him. He comes out to my room at about 1:15. I wake up, I see him. Well, not really see him. More kind of like feel his presence. But do you realize I could have been shot or something?
Again, the man's name is not the Ratchet. He was Bruno. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
What do you know of the Armstrong case?
The little girl who got murdered. It's national news. Everybody knew about it. So what?
Can you tell me where you were last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
I just told you. I was sleeping and then some guy came in my room and scared the living bejesus out of me.
Can you sign your name on
Excuse me?
Yes, name, so I can read your handwriting.
Oh, great. No, I'm so sad.
Rachel.
You know, I always thought the French were scary.
Oh, he's Belgian.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking for Miss Debenham.
She's not here.
Did you check her room?
I tried everywhere I can think of, and she's gone.
She checked the back of the train and the carriages.
Of course I did. I got Michelle to open the doors for me, and she wasn't there.
She couldn't have gone far. It is a very small train.
You don't understand what I'm saying, Monsieur. There was a murder on this train last night, and that has certain implications, does it not? Oh my God, it's her!
What happened?
Wait, it's right. about to witness is one of tragedy and romance. From a mother in the earth privilege. What a better way to spend a pleasant evening, right? From the beginning, it was an odyssey of deception and truth. One minute, I could see the light, like the beam of the train engine hurtling past. The next minute, all was darkness. And the thread that I held so closely came out of my feet and led to nothing. I believe it was the greatest case of my career, but whom I said, modesty forbids it. It's certainly the most difficult. It had made me question the deepest values I've held since I was a young man. It all began on the exotic city of Istanbul. I planned a vacation there following a trying case that was on my nerves. But things began changing the moment I stepped into the dining room of a world-famous Italian hotel, where the changing enormity of the prices is only matched by the self-esteem of the waiters. My name, incidentally, is Hercule Poirot, and I am a detective.
Monsieur, I have a beautiful table waiting for you, and I am sure you will enjoy it. It is first time in Istanbul?
That is correct. How did you know?
Oh, I have my ways, monsieur. My little observations in this business. One needs to be a detective, like the famous Poirot fellow who comes from France.
I believe he is a Belgian.
No, from France, and not from Barcelona.
I see.
You are dead, monsieur.
Mercy.
Mary! There you are!
James, at last, where have you been?
Oh, I'm not that late, am I?
Of course you are. You're always late. I was terrified you missed the train. Could you ruin everything?
I was just exploring a bit. I've never been to Istanbul before, and I quite adore all this Eastern nonsense.
Well, I just want to leave right now and get to know you.
I wish I got off of all this. You said better, you know?
Shh, not here. No one should see us like this. Not her door behind us. Besides, I think we're being observed by the factories and my dad.
What, him? He's just some bloody foreigner who probably doesn't even speak English.
Shall we order? I'm starving.
Not yet. I'm just with someone on the street. I'm sure the food will be 10 times better.
Oh, we can't be late for the train. We can't miss it.
Oh, we won't be late. Nonsense. Stop questioning me. Come on. Let's hurry.
You. Excuse me. Later.
Excuse me, young man, are you American?
Yes, I am.
Thought so. I can tell by your passport. You know, us Americans stick together, especially in a place like this. I mean, I can't figure out half the things on the menu. But what's a falafel? You see them on the streets and I look like you're quite lucky with them.
Right. Louise are my fried chickens.
Well, there you go. Some people will fry anything. Oh, by the way, I'll leave this to you, but I see your training sitting there on the table. I was wondering, do you think we're going to bus to the station?
No, we're the hotel. It's a private car.
Well, don't you worry. As the Bible says, if Moses doesn't know the answer, ask the concierge. I think I better go. Look at that odd little mustache. Can't beat.
I hope the food at this humble establishment is up to your usual standards.
What? What is
hotel. Garçon! This meal is on me. Please charge my office.
Oh, no.
How we? It will give me pleasure. You are my guest here. So tell me, what are you doing here? You're solving a crime, eh?
No. I did that last week in Syria. It was a bad affair. An army officer, a beautiful woman, a missing check. It did not end well. The man was guilty. That was for certain. But perhaps because I pressed him too hard to admit his guilt. It was unfortunate in the extreme. And yet, I believe I did nothing wrong.
Of course you did nothing wrong. If you break the law, you must pay the price. That is what you should tell me.
It's what I live by.
So tell me, you are staying here at the hotel?
I was opening it. I was going to play the tourist, but I got this telegram from Scotland Yard, begging me to return to London at once. So I've asked for a ticket on your famous Orient Express.
There will be no problem. And the good news is, I will be joining you, for I go to Luzon on business.
C'est magnifique.
Is it considered safe to tell you that there are no more first-class tickets on the train tonight?
No.
Tense, it's my train. It is never so at this time of year. That is ridiculous.
I know, it must be a party or a convention of some kind.
We will tell the concierge to find a berth for Monsieur Prue. He is my personal friend.
But monsieur...
The number 7 is always available. It is held in reserve. Now go tell him.
Right away, monsieur.
Mercy.
It's nothing, a gesture. May you see this menu? Throw it away. Tonight, we shall sit together just like old times, and we shall dine like kings.
The food on this train. Is it edible?
Monsieur Prue, you stab me in the heart. I am writhing on the ground at your feet. It's not under triangle carry tonight. He's a legend. He runs like no other vehicle on earth. The fittings are from Paris, the panelings from Venice, the plates are from Rome, and the taps from New York. Best food, best beds, the best pillows. Best feathers, the side clothes. His poetry will news. And Lord Byron himself cannot write it better. Monsieur, prepare yourself. In 1 hour, I will meet you on the platform of the Orient Express.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express will depart in 20 minutes on platform 10. Please watch your step and have a sip too.
But will you please put those bags down? You're driving me. No, princess, do not have concern. They're not as heavy as they look, I'm sure. They're extremely heavy.
The princess Can I help you with your luggage, darling?
It is, mademoiselle. I am not married, except to God Almighty who lives in heaven. Greta, please not now.
This is Greta also. I've greeted her where she will assist me in the birth of hips.
I'm a missionary, and I birthed in Africa with little babies.
But your usual companion, Miss Schmidt?
She is very sick.
The doctors are calling it a cardiac event, but she is German, so it's very little to worry about.
I will pray for Miss Schmidt, and God will protect us. Greta, please just get on with her.
you're in compartment 11, Princess, as usual, and Miss Olsen, you will be sharing with Miss Mary Debenham in compartment 4.
I missed that.
And Mademoiselle, you will be sharing with Miss Olsen here.
I will do my very best, so I'm not disturbing you.
Oh, I'm sure we can all just fine.
Hector? Hector!
Here's some right here.
Is the luggage on board?
Yes, sir, it is. And check for no the matter what I'm This came apparently.
You've got to be kidding me.
I know, I mean, look at this. Prepare to die?
Keep your voice down.
You should call the police.
It's none of their business.
These are dangerous. This is the third one you've gotten this week. It's what you have got.
Keep your voice down.
Excuse me. Can you please direct me to compartment number 7, please?
7, Monsieur. I believe there must be some mistake.
Let us hope not. I must get to London by the end of the day. My name is Hercule Poirot.
Hercule Poirot, the detective.
Well, what do you know, Hercule Poirot? I've heard of you. You're famous.
Mercy, monsieur.
The name is Ratchet. Samuel Ratchet. Import-export. And I may have some business for you.
I'm afraid I'm on vacation, monsieur.
Oh, you'll change your mind when you hear the price, eh?
Compartment 2, Monsieur Ratchet.
I know where I'm going, thank you. We'll discuss it inside.
All aboard!
Alert! Monsieur Prue, you're beating to the gate. You have met Michelle? He is from Paris, and he is the best conductor in the world.
I see, Monsieur, but your friend says he has compartment 7, and I'm afraid it is taken. Indeed, the entire first-class coach is full.
That's incredible!
All the world travels to me.
You will put him in number 1, please. It is my personal compartment. I will find something in one of the other carriages.
No. Mon ami, I cannot take your bed.
I insist. It is done. Michelle, we will make the arrangements.
I'm in your debt.
Have all the passengers checked in with you?
And not yet. We are waiting for a Mrs. Hubbard and the Count and Countess of
I heard that the Countess is one of the greatest beauties of Europe. She's Hungarian, I believe, and Commodore became a doctor, and then married the Count and became relative.
I see her coming.
Countess, a lady on me. Welcome. I am Constantine Labyrinth. I am delighted to see you. Your petition seems to return. May I present my friend, Monsieur Hercule Poirot. The very detective! That is really wonderful. I have read about you in the papers. Monsieur and I admire you greatly.
I David?
As exact.
What is it?
You speak Hungarian beautifully.
Not as well as you speak English.
May I help you with your bag, madam?
No, it is nothing at all. And the Count is joining you. Alas, he cannot join this trip, but since I'm visiting my mother, and very nicely, it is not like that. Monsieur Poirot, I look forward to hearing of your wonderful adventures.
I look forward to telling you about them.
In compartment 12, Countess.
I believe you are in love, my friend.
I will not discuss it.
This is that Orient Express I keep hearing about. This is all better, it's not planned.
You are Mrs. Hubbard?
Yes. This Helen Caroline Peabody Wilson Dunn Hubbard, please. From Beautiful Garden State, Minnesota. My first husband, Mr. Peabody, was a very good soul, but the poor man had no time for longevity. And I shouldn't say poor, because he did very well for himself. Thank you very much. My second husband, Mr. Wilson, I love rather dearly, but love a lot of women. So I trained up about an pound, but then I caught him about the Waldorf in his nails. Then at last, I found Mr. Hubbard. When he was late night, showing people like water cocktails and white things and cleaning up his time.
And is Mr. Hubbard joining you?
No, Mr. Hubbard's not joining me. We traveled together once. He said it raises blood pressure, so now I can handle both of us. Do you like to travel?
I travel every day.
We should change that.
Compartment 3.
Is that yours or mine?
Yours, madam.
They're quite the character.
They're old characters. If I was boss, I would write a novel about all of them.
And just think, for 3 days, these passengers are brought together in the closest quarters, eating and sleeping under a single roof.
And then at the end they fight, never to see each other again.
Unless there is an accident or something fatal occurs.
Monsieur, why would you say such a thing?
Sorry, it is my business. There is a great tension among these passengers of yours. One of them does not fit in, and it makes me feel happy.
Monsieur, please, no more business. You now must have come to nothing but pleasure. And prepare yourself to step before the pride of the company wagon wheels for the most memorable journey of your entire life.
That's what you do, right? Snooping? Of course, I can take care of myself. But I'll pay you $5,000. As I
No,
all right, 10,000 for a few days' work.
I'm not for sale myself. I've been very fortunate in my profession that now I can take on new cases that interest me. And frankly, these are not it.
You want me to grovel? Is that it?
Nothing also except to leave.
Pardon me, sorry.
Hey, you're that countess, aren't you?
Is that Eve correct?
Well, you're awfully pretty. And from what I hear, you were a commoner to start with. Just like the rest of us.
Is that Eve also correct?
Does that mean you love and drink with me?
I am married, master. My husband is having business elsewhere. Please, excuse me.
Now, hold on. You said yourself that you are an detective. And you're on a train. So who the hell is going to know what happens in some private room on some two-bit piece of...
Stay away from me!
Oh, Mr. Master, I just finished putting out your wine you gave me for the rest of the night. I just thought I...
Just shut up, actor. Just shut up.
My friends, I hope that you're settling in and enjoying yourselves. It won't be long until... Not long at all. The journey begins. I wish you both good luck and Godspeed.
like chips?
Yeah, chips. We call them nibbles in the Midwest. Have you ever nibbled on anything, Michelle?
I have not had that pleasure, madame.
Bring those chips as fast as possible. I'm famished. Over and out. Not looking so bad there, kid. Better every day.
Come on here, Alexander's right on back. Come on here, it's us and the moonlight. They can play music all like you never heard before. Oh, natural, like you wanna go to war.
Would you please keep it down? Shut up! Don't ask. It is the man.
So what is it?
Tell that ridiculous woman to keep it down. It's time for bed.
Ridiculous woman. I heard that.
Sir, the lady wants to sing a little song.
It is 12 o'clock at night. Listen, you. Mind your own business. Get out this instant. This is my apartment.
If I want to enjoy myself, I'm gonna do it, so just pipe down.
Get out. Just get out.
What are you, thug? You in the mafia? Michelle, I think he's dangerous. Oh my god, he's got a gun. Michelle, it's a gun!
It's not against the law.
Get out this instant.
You're crazy! Be un-American!
Ooh la la, it will be a long night.
She will ruin his all over.
Someone should shoot her and put her out of her misery.
Orient Express to Belgrade Station. Orient Express to Belgrade Station. Do you read me? Belgrade, do you read?
We read you, Express. Hey, continue.
We just left Sofia, and we are getting into the mountains as the snow gets heavier by the minute. I'm getting concerned. Please prepare your rescue equipment in case of stoppage. Hello? Belgrade? Belgrade, you there?
Thank God, I thought you were coming.
What's the matter? What's your name?
It's not I'm terrified because we shouldn't be doing this.
Now calm down.
I can't calm down. We have to stop this.
That's ridiculous.
No, it isn't. That's the problem with human treatment. You never show any real emotion. So we stick up and let the fight what's coming on.
You were doing nothing wrong. How do you remember that?
I'm trying. I really am.
Better. There was a hill in my home in Scotland. I sat for hours watching the trains go by in the valley of the hill. I knew they were headed toward the Victorian Douglas, and I wanted to climb the boards in the worst way. Now, I suppose I knew somehow it would make my mother Henry upset.
Oh, come on.
She was a good one.
You know the worst part of all this traveling you've been doing? You never get any real prison. It's so maddening.
Well, I don't see my mother clearly, do you? Be strong.
I'll try.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Of course you're interrupting me, Mom. What, are you blind?
I
Oh my goodness, the train is stopping. Come on, now.
We've had this no trips.
Christ, it's all we need.
shall I go take a look?
What good will that do?
James, go.
Mary?
The friends. We'll be waiting for you.
I'll be right back.
Why did you send him off like that?
But how is this possible?
I don't know!
Perhaps we're dreaming?
No, I wasn't dreaming. I know what I'm doing. My mouth is dry. Does my mouth look dry to you? Yes, my door was locked, but people have keys, don't they? I bet you have keys. Don't you, like, own the company or something?
No, madame, I run the company. I'll look into it.
Hurry up about it, because I don't feel safe.
Our Miss Tubbard is keeping you busy, I see.
You have no idea. She insists it was a man inside of the apartments.
The show, perhaps?
Impossible. He is helping my engineer.
Attends, we are not Ken Ludwig.
You were telling me.
A snowdrift?
We are stuck in some man from Belgium and dig that.
No.
I'm sorry, my friend. But I promise we'll be completely comfortable for as long as it takes.
Look! Have you tracked him down yet?
Not yet, madame.
Well, do it quickly.
That will make it for us.
Hurry up!
I wonder.
Slow down here. Good morning, princess. Good morning.
Yeah, I go to breakfast.
I guess so, yes. Does it feel cold in this hallway to you? Well, they say we are stuck in a snowdrift. I am very worried, and I am praying every day. But really, I thought they could keep the heat on at least. Oh, well. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Madam, good morning. Mr. Ratchet. Mr. Ratchet, sir. Could you open the door, please? Hello?
Is there something wrong?
He's not opening his door.
Monsieur Ratchet, are you all right?
In the best leave the house?
Of course. I hope he's not speaking English. There is a chain,
We must force the door.
but it will break and you repair it.
Ludwig, do not get the air from the room. It is freezing. Ludwig!
Oh my god, like this at all. Oh dear God, this is awful!
Mr. Ratchet,
I cannot look.
do not touch anything. Not this way.
It's human life, it is wrong. Greta, please calm down.
Princess, please just start in this house now. Come on.
This is incredible for such a thing to happen on my train. What are you doing?
Examining the rooms. There appear to be 8 stub rooms for the chest. Monsieur McQueen, when did you last see him?
Me? I don't know. He was fine last night after I was mine.
You were a secretary. What do you know of him?
Not much. Frankly, I think he was hiding something, but that was just an impression.
Why would you do that?
I think he was fleeing from something in America. I think he was getting away with it until a few weeks ago. And then I started getting these threatening letters. I still have them in my room, would you like to see?
Yes, please. Can you ask the Countess to join you?
Of course, you can.
This is incredible for such a thing to happen on my train. It's freezing in here.
You have observed the window?
It's open.
And what do you see outside?
Nothing.
Exactly. No footprints, no meaning no one entered or left through the window.
So why is it open?
I assume the mislead the police when they arrive.
The police?
What's the police?
You just let the police department? No, we do not want that. Instead, you must tell them. You tell them who did it.
I interfered too much already.
My company's at stake.
But,
Just think, when you decide the police department due to my company, people would say, oh no, I cannot travel on the Orient Express. I may be murdered in my bed. You myself will suffer and I lose my clients.
but I am due in London in 3 days' time.
Then solve it true. You're a magician. You see me. You listen, look, you pester, nuts. You're gonna make yourself a pain in the backside and suddenly poof. The case is solved like that.
The police would be angry.
You slap the police department. They're like the three stooges in a movie house. They poke each other in the eyes by accident. They'd be thrilled not to have to do any work. And if you save them the job, they will put a statue of you and send you exactly.
I would need a plan for the coach.
Done.
And the tickets and passports of everyone on board.
Done. Excuse me, to access me for good.
I'm sorry, I'm really late, not the present item. But I just heard that you were trained as a physician. So I was wondering if you could help me with the body.
I'm Annabelle.
I see you then not looking really good.
I have seen drugs, believe me, I won't keep the board.
The guards, the left side of the face is not in red. Do you see?
I do, it's that. How do you know? Because I slapped it. I count 8 separate booths.
That is my imposter. Can you estimate the time of death?
I would say it is between 8 and 10 hours ago, which puts the time between midnight and 2 o'clock.
I'm in the corridor.
It appears the killer was violently offensive of some sort.
Yes, but if you see the 8 stab wounds, 5 are strong, while 3 are just scratches. If you look, they appear to be coming from different directions. But then he knows the pencil.
Here.
Thank you, pencil. Now, if we take the pencil and place it on the wound and push gently.
Ooh, necessary? Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing. It's for sales. But strong, but weak.
That is possible, but why did Mr. Reginald like that when all the while he had his gun under his pillow?
Why not laugh? Worse, when I see it.
He showed it to me yesterday when we were on the train, so I know that it is here somewhere.
There's an automatic. And it can't even is not. Great Sean! Wait, there's a safety switch, and it's not on!
No, me. Very close. Smell the glass of water.
It smells of onions. He was willing to gun, Mr. Vine. He did not fight back.
What is this over here? It's over here.
It's a watch. And its face is smashed. It is dark as 1:15. Ha! Yes! This is an important guess. It's the time of death. And the count said between midnight and 2. So there it is. It could not be clearer. 1:15 is the time of death. It's obvious.
It is possible.
What do you mean it's possible? What's wrong with it?
I did not know what is wrong and what is right because I'm still investigating. Here's a match. There's a match of a different shape. And there's a pipe cleaner. And there are too many clues in this room and it makes me suspicious.
Wait, what is this? It is a lady's handkerchief with letter H on it.
And who is this? H? As in Hamlet?
That is the question. There is this other, and I believe the first name is Emily.
What the other one says?
Her name is Natalia Jordan. There's also Mary Debenham, and Berta Olson, and James Applebaum, and Arthur McQueen, and Rosa Tainbu, and such a thing has never happened in the history of my company, and I want it solved immediately!
You're very upset.
I am very upset! A man has been
ashtray. It has been burned. What I need right now is a latest box. Countess, do you keep such a thing?
Of course I do.
I greatly admire that, don't you? Do you see? She's not asking me a single question. I ask her to get me a hat box. She gets me a hat box. I ask her to help me with the body. She rolls up her sleeves. Suddenly, I desire to be young again. And one moment, I'm getting a spirit lamp. I use it to eat the wax from my mustache.
And why do you need a spirit lamp?
Because I'm using science to catch the guilty body. Usually it is psychology, the mind particular, but not with these.
Why not?
Because I do not trust them. And what about the pipe cleaner? Did a man drop it, or did a woman drop it and say, I will make it look like a man has done it? And what about the handkerchief? I will make it look like a woman has done it. There's also the open window, the wine, the watch, the gun, and there are too many clues.
Your hat box, monsieur.
Okay, madam. If I asked you to leave your husband and come away with me to Monte Carlo, what would you say?
I would say, give me 5 minutes. I need that.
I will get back to you. In the meantime, please hold this. Alright. Now it appears that something has been burned. Perhaps a note or threat. It was burned to conceal the information it contained. Now I want you all to watch very closely, as I believe some letters will appear. But only briefly, so we must regard them all again. Now, if we take notes like so, and put it over the flame, remember?
The Armstrong. What does it mean? There was a case in America 3 years ago. The little girl was murdered, and it was horrible news.
Young Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped from her home in Long Island, New York. The ransom was set at $200,000, and it was paid. But little did
Daisy was not returned.
3 days later, they found the little girl dead, murdered in the woods. The man that they found, that they suspected, was guilty, but he had ties to an organized crime, and they cut him off by changing the evidence. He would have been hanged if he was found by them, but he gave him this thing and disappeared.
But what has this got to do with Ratchet?
I think we can assume it's not.
Of course.
Monsieur McLean said that Ratchet was fleeing from something in America, and managed it until only a few weeks ago, when the letters began arriving.
And you think?
That Ratchet's real name was not Samuel Ratchet, but it's Bruno Cassetti,
Oh my.
the man that murdered Daisy Armstrong. I found letters. Thank you, Monsieur. Now, Monsieur Bouc, can you hand me the tickets and passports of Babylon concierge? Then, send them to me, Miss Hubbard, Monsieur McQueen, the princess, and Miss Olson. Quickly, now, beat! It is clear that someone has committed this murder on this train, and I will find out who's done it. I promise you.
Monsieur Burke. We are here out of a sense of duty, that is all.
Not immediately. It says in your passport that you are Russian,
Yes, I have been in exile since the Bolshevik dogs took over.
and your first name is
Italian.
And is this your name?
No, monsieur, it could not be mine. My initials are in Italian.
Is it yours, mademoiselle?
No, no, I cannot afford such a beautiful thing as this. It would be a sin.
And can both of you ladies tell me where you were last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
The Countess and I were reading a book in my room. It is a very good way to get sleep when we're anxious.
Okay,
The Bolsheviks.
what book were you reading?
A Tale of Two Cities. It was very comforting.
You, mademoiselle? Where were you?
I was married with Miss Debenham, who's also nice. We talked from 12 o'clock until 2 o'clock, and then we slept. You know, it's good.
I see. And either of you been to America?
Yes, many times. I have not been to America, but I must go someday to raise money for my babies in Africa.
You are very religious.
Jacques, since I was a little girl and Jesus came to visit me in my garden, he spoke with me and told me I must work hard to help babies in Africa.
I'm sure you've done it beautifully. One more question for you. Do you know the identity of the man who was murdered last night?
His name was Ratchet, and I pray for his soul. No, my dear, his name is Bruno Cassetti. And what I pray is that his soul is damned and he burns in hell for all eternity. Princess! He had killed a 5-year-old girl, Daisy Armstrong, and her grandmother, Linda Arden, is my dearest friend.
She was very good.
Correction, she is very great. She is very much alive and remains the greatest actress of the American stage. And when her little granddaughter was taken from her, it has taken her many years to recover. Indeed, she has not yet recovered.
There were 4 who died?
No, monsieur. 5 people died. Little Daisy and her mother, who was pregnant, died in childbirth. Her father, Colonel Armstrong, could not live with what had happened and ended his life, and a housemaid as well. So please forgive me, Greta, if I believe there are no excuses in a case such as this, and Mr. Cassetti should have been flogged to death and his remains cut up and thrown on a rubbish heap. Greta, please, Greta.
I'm sorry. Monsieur, please sit down. Of course, I'm all right. Let me find, I assure you. Now, can you tell me what your duties were as secretary to your employer?
Oh, I wrote his letters and ran his errands.
And you don't only a Saudi Arabia?
Else I know.
His real name was Bruce.
I'm coward, sure about that.
So you know, you're Armstrong.
You bet I do. My father was the district attorney of New York who brought the case against that son of a gun.
Can you tell us who's in the Armstrong family?
Of course, my mother had a sister, and I believe she got a degree in medicine. And slightly after the tragedy, she moved to Europe, and I believe she got married. I think her name was
And anyone else?
of course, the governess, the baby nurse, and Orient Suzanne. She was a housemaid from Paris. My father's office thought she might be implicated, and the stress was so much on her that she killed herself. It turned out she was innocent, and my father was shattered and never recovered.
One last thing. Can you tell me where you were last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
Yes, I was on the observation at the hospital.
And did you see anyone last night you did not recognize?
No, I saw Michelle, the other conductor, around Thomas.
Wait, the other conductor?
There's a second conductor on the train.
I guess so, I saw it.
And she wasn't beautiful.
Childers. Did you speak with him? I said hello, just in general.
What did he look like?
I didn't see his face. He was wearing a hat. It was small above the nose.
You may go. Thank you. You've been very helpful. Please ask Michelle to come see you.
I knew we'd get a breakthrough. Someone was telling the truth. I should have listened. So, the murderer wore the uniform. Now the question is, where did he go?
No, my friend. The question now is if such a man exists. He could just be an invention of Monsieur Louis.
But why would he lie? He's not the murderer.
Why not?
Because he's not the type. He hasn't quite enough passion by some Italian or Hungarian. A man with blood in his veins.
I've examined all the passports now, and there's one that troubles me. There's a green spot at the first letter of the Christian name, and I believe it is Italian.
Listen, I'm not. I need to talk to you.
Could you please wait until...
No, I did not get my turn because you owed me an apology.
I do.
Yeah, you thought I was crazy.
Madame, I don't know what you are referring to.
But I'm referring is a man in my room. You didn't believe me, but look, it's not a surprise for you.
It says the Orient Express.
Sure as heck does. It's the little shelter that was uniform.
Okay, how did it work?
I missed my feet this morning when I woke up.
You lived until after?
I just woke up. It's called a vacation. And I just heard my mattress murder. And, you know, thought maybe this button I did it. You see, it all adds up. He goes into Ratchet's room, kills him. He comes up to my room at about 1:15. I wake up, I see him. Well, not really see him. More kind of like feel his presence. But do you realize I could have been shot or something?
Yeah, the man's name is not Ratchet. It was Bruno. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
What do you know of the Armstrong case?
The little girl who got murdered. It's national news. Everybody knew about it. So what?
Can you tell me where you were last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
I just told you. I was sleeping and then some guy came in my room and scared the living bejesus out of me.
Yeah, can you sign your name on it?
Excuse me?
Yes, name, so I can read your handwriting.
Oh, great. No, I'm just not sad.
Rachel.
You know, I always thought the French was dirty.
Oh, he's Belgian.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking for Miss Debenham.
She's not here.
Did you check her room?
I tried everywhere I could think of, and she's gone.
She checked the back of the train and the carriages.
Of course I did. I got Michelle to open the doors for me, and she wasn't there.
She couldn't have gone far. It is a very small train.
You don't understand what I'm saying, Monsieur. There was a murder on this train last night, and that has certain implications, does it not? Oh my God, it's her!
What happened?
Wait, this way.
What's going on?
Mary?
Miss Debenham!
Oh my! What's happening?
I heard a gunshot.
She's not in there!
I'll try back to the room.
Push! Push hard!
Wait! God almighty!
Touch nothing! How's this?
Of course. She's still alive. Thank God. I need my leather bag.
Research the train.
I will go with him.
Me too. Wait, you have a gun? Take it. It's not a game.
Come quickly. Can you use this right? It is for you. You got this one.
There's a great deal of blood. It's not like blood. Nobody drinks blood.
Not be enough. I'm really playing secret glass so I have better work.
I cannot watch.
This is everything. This is what you put in this jar. Really?
Yes, I know.
I can't believe
You are ready for to get the end. 2 meters to the left field with Rachel.
my goodness, what's going business?
Countess, may I ask Miss Debenham a question?
You are very young.
It is very simple, Madame. Who shot you?
my bag.
What is it?
I left the girl because I was so frightened. Whenever I saw the knife, I must have backed up into Mr. Ratchet's room. And I turned around, I saw the body, the blood, and I screamed. And I turned around, I saw the man, the gun. That's all I remember.
It's all right.
Are you sure it was a match?
I'm not sure. I didn't get it.
I see. For something that, what do you think you're reading about?
No, I don't have anywhere. You know, this apartment was bigger. I would have to take my bag to the door and have like some Jaws kid. We're not film offer them. Living out of the whole olive. Holy gosh!
Oh, I cannot look.
I'll be analyzing the communities. In the meantime, may you always leave. Do not touch anything as well. When I am finished, I will be in the dining car, and I would like to see Miss Beverly.
Now see here!
If she is able. Then Miss Summer, and Miss Elsa, and the princess again. Me. Captain, this is what Miss Beverly for you.
Of course, you are going out.
I don't see any reason for Miss Devon to do anything special at the moment. I suggest you dance.
Oh, well.
We hope he solves this quickly, monsieur. I'm not afraid of death, but I would rather not speed up the process.
He's coming on the grounds of sheer anxiety.
But then you are not the only one who's feeling quite anxious at the moment.
Zagar, come in, please. We have an emergency and we need assistance. We cannot reach Baghdad and we are 20 miles from the nearest town. Zagar, are you there? Come in.
Are you positive?
Entirely. It has gone too far. Our lives are in danger.
It is like a magic trick.
It is unbelievable. I told Michelle to keep up to me. Can you make my phone?
I do not expect so.
So where did he go? The man who's dressed like a train.
I have no idea. That is the problem. Every time I find a piece of the puzzle, there's a suspect with an alibi. Could have done. He could have a grudge against Cassetti from a business dealer. But then, Monsieur McLean gives him an alibi from 12 to 2. They're chatting on the observation deck. Aha, I said. And what about Miss Wilson? She is strange. There is something not quite right about her. But she swears that she and Miss Devon are up all night chattering in the room they are sharing. The same goes with the princess who was covered, and now Miss Devon have a shot and I about the suspect.
Hurrah! I have brought Miss Devon out as she requested. Now what do you want with her?
I merely wish to ask her some questions. You may go.
Beg your pardon?
What is it?
Well, I'm sorry to hear it because I am staying.
I'm sorry. Also, because you are not.
Listen to me, you Frenchman.
Oh, he's Belgian.
Yeah, he's the man at the moon. I'm not leaving her.
I'm sure.
She's correct. I need a mere 10 minutes.
I don't like it. Do you understand? You can put that in your Michelle pipe and smoke it.
That's Sherlock Holmes.
Go to hell!
Miss Devon, please sit down. There is much pain.
Travis,
You are very brave. Just ridiculous is not worse. At the hotel yesterday, in Istanbul, I overheard you speaking of the colonel, and you said you were terrified. You missed the train. Can you tell me why this was so complicated?
I just didn't want to be nervous.
Yes, but then you said that no one should see you like this until you got it over with. Got it all behind you. You seemed quite agitated.
I'm afraid you're reading into it too much. I'm extremely emotional, that's all.
Pardon. This is my depression. Sometimes I link to imaginary. You and the colonel are very close, I think.
We met a couple of days ago. I suppose we hit it all.
I see. And that's in the murder? I assume you know that that man's name is Bruno or something.
I heard.
No, you know, you cannot.
Not much. I've never been to the States.
And what my name right here.
Here.
Oh, thank you.
I'm lucky I'm right now. I would have a trouble signing my letter right now.
Mercy.
Oh, and please get some rest. On behalf of the company, I have champagnes and straight to your room. And if there's ever anything else I can do to help, I am at your service. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if she had died? Thank goodness she's such a lovely young woman.
She is more than lovely. She is a complete liar.
Miss Debenham?
She claims that she is not well acquainted with her, but yet they are clearly in time. At the hotel, she said she wants to get something behind her, and now she pretends that these words mean nothing.
She was shot.
In the arm.
It could have killed her. About what? Although I do not suspect her for Cassetti's murder.
It is not impossible.
But it is impossible. She is cool. She's Macbeth. She would not stab someone to death. She would sue him in court.
No, my friend, you are wrong if you think this crime is suddenly fashionable. This is a long-headed crime. One of you has to take my career out of it. Look at this.
Sleeping with mouse. So what?
There is a part of her like picture code.
Which means...
That the gun was very close when it was fired.
So the man was 2 feet away. So what?
I have finished the search of the train, monsieur.
And?
Nothing. There is no intruders anywhere on this train. If you like, I can show you.
No, that's quite alright. Can I please see your opinion? I see that all of your copies are replaced, and moreover, the thread of each one is old, so that nothing was going on recently.
That is correct, but may I ask?
Miss Hubbard found this button.
It does look like mine, but it is not mine.
Yes, but it matches yours exactly.
And no such thing. I had to earn this uniform with many years of service.
I see. Michelle, are there any other things on the train? No?
A ticket taker in second class that I have known for years.
Is he large or small?
Quite large, I'm afraid.
I see. And are there any other passengers on the train besides the ones on the first class coach?
There is not a lot. It is the off-season. But there is a mother and child in the other carriage.
I see. And could there be a second good on the train?
I'm not sure I trust her word, but Miss Watson says that she saw what she calls a second conductor. Oui, she told me this morning.
She did not tell us this morning.
Well, Princess Dragomira,
What to tell me?
she also saw the man last night as well.
Ooh la la.
What is this?
This is different than what I've been waiting for. Michelle, come with me. Do not move. We'll be right back.
But where are you going?
You see the moment. Stay where you are. Pardon, madame.
Well, I was excited. Maybe we're excited around here. I was like, I want my passport back. What if there's another shooting and then we have to go wandering in Yugoslavia? Can you imagine me in Yugoslavia without a passport? Then shooting on sight and ask questions later. Oh, who are you? I'm Miss Helen. Blam!
You have been extremely patient with them. And believe me, there's anything I can do. I'm
You know, you remind me of my husband's.
which one?
The next one.
No, please put it back. It's in this suitcase. You may not take it.
He must have a reason.
I have an excellent reason.
Please stop.
Monsieur Perot. Miss Olsen, you must permit me to take a look into your suitcase.
This is private things. It has my undergarments.
Perot. We will look at nothing that's embarrassing. You have my promise. In fact, Princess, would you be as kind to assist me? Olsen, Michelle tells me that you saw what you call a second conductor.
Jean.
What did he look like?
He was small, like a woman.
That is correct. I saw him as well. See, that is perfect. It seems that virtually everyone on this train has seen the second conductor except for myself and Monsieur Brooke. So now the question is, where could he go? If he was still in uniform, we would be able to spot him quickly. So my conclusion is that he has hidden his uniform and done so in the luggage of one of the passengers.
But why choose me? There are other suitcases. Try the other ones first.
Princess, could you please raise the lid and tell us what you're seeing inside?
It is the uniform. I have never seen it before. I have hurt no one, ever. I would not do such a thing. I am not a murderer.
No, nothing using it. You did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong.
Monsieur Brooke, could you please tell me if all the buttons are in place?
That's what I've been telling you.
Wait, there's something more. Oh la la, mon Dieu! It is the passkey to all the doors on the train.
That would explain how we got in my room.
Okay, may you all please leave. I need to speak to Countess for a moment alone. You do not mind.
Of course we mind. Every time we say juicy, you throw us out again.
Please stop gossip mongering.
Me? You have a mouth open so much I can count your teeth.
Good thing to learn you know how to count, bird brain.
If I'm a bird brain, then you're a communist.
I'm not a communist, I'm an exile.
In exile from your husband, like that. Wait to get rid of you.
Says the one with all the divorces.
My husband's were unfaithful, and this surprises you.
Ladies! We are all from the Please, sway.
Thank you.
You seem troubled.
I'm getting more and more concerned.
Is that another grandmother?
No, but I will solve this one. Countess, what is your maiden name?
Goldenberg, as you see in the passport.
Yes, but now you use a good name.
My husband's name.
Of course, the Countess of Durham. And your first name is Elena?
That is true. I am a suspect.
I merely ask questions. That is my job.
That's not for your friends.
It is my greatest wish, but please indulge me. This morning, I examined your passport, and I saw a grease spot at the first letter at the beginning of your name, Elena. It could easily hide a letter such as H. Now, if you add H to that, it becomes Helena, which is used in Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream.
Is that is true?
And an actress might choose for her daughter.
I suppose so.
An actress such as the great Linda Arden.
If you say so.
And the name Arden itself is a stage name. It was the maiden name of Shakespeare's mother, and also the name of the forest entitled in his play.
Act like it.
No, you Shakespeare well around here.
I have studied Shakespeare since I was a child.
Yes, I believe your mother, Linda Arden, taught it to you. Which would make you the aunt of Daisy Armstrong. The aunt who went to university in the New York to get a degree in medicine and got married.
I do not know this woman, but I would imagine that she still suffers from the loss of her niece and her sister.
Madame, there's no use in denying it. Once this train gets underway and they get to the next city, a simple telegram will give me an image of Daisy's aunt, and it will be all over.
I didn't kill him! I should have, but I didn't! I didn't even know who he was until you discovered it. But I realized that if he knew that I was his aunt, he would think that I killed him because he was a blackmailer and a swine, and the man and the murderer of a sweet, darling, innocent child who deserves to live.
Madame, really?
It's the truth, I swear. But I'll tell you this: if I had known who he was, that he was Bruno Cassetti, the man who sold two of the people I loved most in the world, I would have pushed that dagger through his chest
You are loud and clear.
We are still in the Polensky Pass. Where are you?
We have been delayed, monsieur. It should reach you presently. How are our conditions?
Well, we are losing heat and light from physical low. The passengers are angry, and we have a dead man rotting in compartment 2. How are things with you?
Well, I didn't know what's going on.
You wrote me notes in here.
He wrote me the same thing. Mine is ridiculous.
What's that little Frenchman hiding? Are you serious again?
He wrote to me and telling me to talk to him. I received one also.
Obviously, after something that is
Pardon, I not meant to keep you all waiting. I had to get my how do you say it in English? Ducks in a row.
Ducks? What ducks?
It's an expression, Greta. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay seated. I have an announcement to make. I brought you all here to reveal the killer of Samuel Radcliffe, or otherwise known as Bruno Cassette.
believe it.
I believe I do, but I must question one more passenger who's not yet answered any of my questions. Colonel Arnold.
Me?
James?
Do you have no doubt answering my questions, also?
No, of course not.
Then excellent. Then let's just begin. In your service of action, did you ever know an officer named Charles Armstrong?
No.
Have you ever heard of him?
Yes. We served in the same theater of action, but we never met.
And have you heard of the Armstrong?
Yes, I have. She was murdered by some brute who was out for money.
And did you know that Charles Armstrong was the father of Daisy?
No, I did not.
And that he took his own life after the tragedy?
Gosh, I'm sorry to hear it.
Although I told you in Istanbul, I overheard you speaking with Mr. Bennett, and he said that you wish his shoes out of orders. What did you mean? Yes, but then he said he wanted that no one should see you like this until you go the real way. Close the door behind you.
Imagine.
I do obstructing justice.
No, we have no such thing.
Mr. Bennett, what did you mean?
She didn't want to be late for the train.
When did you learn?
Now listen here.
Sit down, Bernard. I'm not finished talking. Now you wanted to get out of what? Get what behind you? Tell me!
I'm married, alright? I'm in the process of getting a divorce, which I deserve because my wife is seeing another man. I'll lose my case in court if it's known that I'm seeing a woman socially. Which is why we've been trying to keep things private and put it all behind us. No thanks to you.
You've been doing a very good job of it.
Some of us have emotions, but I'm sure you throw your own mother under the bus and let's do your solutions. I don't think you know what you're doing.
I know exactly what they're saying. And so in the case of Bruno Cassette?
He deserved to die.
Aha! So you do know him!
Well, yes, they told me.
But you did not know before they told you? And you did not know Charles Armstrong as you fought the Indian Army in the northern frontier, as you saved lives together? And you did not strike a deadly friendship with this man at your time of trial by fire together? And now you do not give him the respect he deserves for the pain and tragedy he had endured before to his own life?
Sure, you little copy Minnie! What do you know about tragedy, huh? What do you know about Arnold? But then they yoked out justice!
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
You've been telling me lie. That's why everyone in this room has been telling me lie after lie. But make no mistake. I know the Bruno Cassette, and I know precisely how it was accomplished.
We're listening.
The facts of the case could not be more simple. At 5 p.m. last evening, this train left Istanbul on its way to Calais, with stops in between. And at 12:30 last night, the train was stopped due to a stuntman. And at 10 this morning, Mr. Gazzetti was found dead, with 8 stab wounds to his chest. These are facts, says Fanny. But with these facts, it permits 2 possible solutions. Under the first solution, one of Gazzetti's enemies boards the train at Sofia, bringing with him a wagon with him, which he later puts on. Then, using a pass key to enter Mr. Ratchet's room, he stabs the man 8 times, then leaves through Mrs. Humbert's apartment.
That's what I've been telling you.
Here.
Good work, my friend.
Yes.
Solve the case.
I would not get too excited. You have not finished yet, have you, Sue?
No, I have not, Princess. Why don't I propose a second solution? Because two unexpected events made this first solution impossible. The first unexpected event was the snow, which forced the train to stop. It meant the killer had a very big problem. Where could he go? He could not simply get off at the next station because there was no next station. So unless the killer could fly, he must still be on the train. He must be one of you.
You said a second solution?
The second unexpected event was the fragment of a letter read, "Remember, little Daisy Armstrong." This showed that this was not some ordinary enemy of Cassetti, but someone who came to avenge the death of a 5-year-old child. Am I being fair about this, Miss Lieutenant? What do you think? I see. And so then, excellent. Now, with these facts in mind, the second solution took root, and little by little grew in all of its terrible ruthlessness. The first clue leading to the second solution came within an hour of my arrival at Istanbul, where I heard that there was not a single ticket left on the first-class coach of the Orient Express.
It is never sold this time of year. That is ridiculous.
And it was ridiculous. Why was this train so suddenly full? But thanks to Monsieur Book, I had a ticket on a train, and soon on the platform. I met an astonishing company of actors.
Monsieur Kader, and it's glad to hear of your wonderful adventures.
Princess Dragon, I love to see you.
I'm agreeing to pay her away if she will assist me as a crew to Paris.
It is, mademoiselle. I am not married, except God Almighty who lives in heaven.
Hungarian, Russian, French, Swedish. What were all these people doing on the same train? Something was amiss. It was like looking at a painting by Pablo Picasso. Over here is a knot, on top of a nose, behind an ear, on top of a head, and nothing was normal. Consider the moment in the corridor last night.
Help! Someone come quickly, help!
Miss Hubbard, what is it?
There's a man in my room. He ran off. I'm sure of it.
Where did it go?
Wait just a second.
Madame, that's where I come from, and I saw no one. How is this possible?
How should I know?
And then came the murder itself. A businessman dies in a locked room, the torrent of unspeakable violence.
Oh my, it is awful.
Do you see his chest?
I cannot believe it. Perhaps that he had changed hands during this act.
And then after that, it was time to inspect the body. Me and the Countess found not one, not two, but 8 stab wounds to the chest.
But there were 2 stallions, on the right hand and left hand. One strong, one weak.
After that, I was offered a feast of clues. The open window, the wine, the match, the pipe cleaner, until one watch of real importance was found. The broken watch, which was stopped at 1:15.
Ah, at last! This is the time of death.
But for me, the importance of the watch was not the time it told, but the place it was found. In Mr. Cassetti's pajama pocket. An unlikely place to keep a watch, don't you think? Do you sleep with your watch? Do you? Or you? Of course you would not. It would be uncomfortable. Which led me to conclude that the watch was deliberately placed there to make me think the time of death was 1:15. But in fact, Mr. Cassetti did not die until after 2 o'clock, when not a single person on his train had an alibi.
No, I probably don't think we should be subjected to performance like
Sit
this.
down, Miss Hubbard. As for who actually killed Mr. Cassetti, another clue of importance is found. The handkerchief with the letter H on it. And now returned to its rightful owner. Princess Natalia Dragonova.
It could not be mine, monsieur. It has an H on it.
Yes, but in the Russian Cyrillic alphabet, the letter N is written like the letter H in English.
Thank you. I must have told it.
Then came the most puzzling occurrence of the entire case. As some of you may recall, I was speaking with the Colonel Arbuthnot in the suburb when suddenly there was a loud scream and gunshot. But this is no ordinary screaming gunshot. This was a fabrication so fantastic and elusive that even for a moment I was confused. Within moments of seeing me step in on the floor, I knew it was all a sham, a performance. How could a man only 2 feet away simply graze the victim in the arm, eh? And where would I find the body? private run at the sleeve of her blouse because she shot the gun herself and dropped to the floor.
Nonsense!
I have to be crazy.
Exactly! Crazy! Either that or committed duty to a course of action that meant everything to you. 4 people on this train are friends and family to Daisy Armstrong. Do you not find this incredible?
I lived with her family for about a year. I'm a governess. I would still imagine that she suffers from the loss of her niece and her sister.
You deserve to die.
When you draw that 4, could there be 6 or 8? Could we not suppose that Miss Debenham was Daisy's governess at the time of the kidnapping? Or that poor Miss Olsen was the baby nurse on Long Island?
I'm a missionary and they work in Africa with little babies.
As for Michelle, it struck me from the beginning that a crime like this could not be accomplished without someone on the inside. Let's say a conductor who could come and go as he pleased. And then I learned that the poor maid Suzanne was also from Paris, like Michelle. And I wondered if this unfortunate girl who took her own life was not Michelle's daughter, who to work in America. And that leaves one last passenger who is not to be accounted for, Miss Harper, who has certainly turned in the finest performance of the evening. It is not hard to see by profession she's an actress. The great Linda Arden, the grandmother of Daisy Armstrong.
Is this true?
You're awful clever, man.
A murder should have one victim. When Ratchet kills Daisy Armstrong, a dozen lives are broken. They won't. End it. They demand justice. Of all these wounded souls, we must finally answer. Who among them is guilty? Who takes up the knife? The answer is no single one of them will know. Nor any crime. It could only be done by all of you. Together. Even when the avalanche changes everything, I still sit the table. Plans must change. The uniform, the handkerchief, a remarkable improvisation. Each has their part to play.
Here's my plan. I recruited them, sent with me to work for them. Then we can get Rachel on the train the same day that Michelle was on.
So it is done. For the death of an innocent. A life for life. Revenge.
No one should hang for this but me. Go to the police, tell them it was me. Alone. You'll have a chance. Helen and I have previous a chance. There's no life left in them. Let it end with me. They're good people. They're not killers. Maybe we can be good again.
It was right. It was wrong. Now there is wrong. I cannot judge this. You wish to go free without punishment for your crime? You must only commit one more. I will not stop.
You can't let kill you.
You give my body to the lake, and you walk away innocent of this. You must travel. Who could lie? I cannot. Do it! One of you!
I already died for Daisy.
What excuse is here?
Sometimes the law of man is not perfect. But his conscience is.
With Daisy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have understood in this case that the scale of justice cannot always be evenly weighted. And I for once must learn to live with the balance. There are no killers. Only people who deserve justice. The police will accept my submission and rest the chief in mind. Alone assassin is throughout all sermon. I've seen the fracture of the human soul. So much pain and anger giving way to the poison of deep grief, until one crash became many. I've always wanted to believe that man is rational and civilized. In fact, my very existence depends upon